Just lock up the place. That's what the owner of this $100 million a year company told me as he was walking out today. This is the factory where they remanufacture probably the better part of 30,000 transmissions a year. And this is what they call one of the builder stations here. So they have a conveyor belt, and the conveyor belt sends the transmissions down, and then a rebuilder who specializes maybe in a special type of Ford transmission or Dodge transmission or Honda, Volkswagen, etc. will take the transmission off, and then he'll bring it over here to his workstation, and he'll begin the process of remanufacturing it. So in the industry, you have a term what's called rebuilt. And rebuilt, most of you that would have a transmission problem, you might go down to your local auto repair shop, and they might take the transmission out and kind of replace some of the bad parts, but not all the parts. And these are actually remanufactured transmissions. So they take these things down to the littlest part, and they completely, well, they remanufacture it. And you can see here are some parts right here that have gone through the washer and are about to go into one of these transmissions. So this is probably my biggest, well, it's not probably, this is my biggest client here in Omaha, Nebraska. And the guy that started this company, if you go to CertifiedTransmission.com, just poke around. You won't have to look very far. Find the video that talks about how he started this business. And he started it with all of $1,000 and a toolbox. And he started rebuilding or remanufacturing transmissions. And then he hired somebody to help him, and then another guy, and then he opened up a second location and a third location here in and around Omaha. And then he decided that maybe it was better to consolidate. So they consolidated, and next thing he knew, he was putting out 30,000 units a year. So quite an amazing story to say the least. And to think that he relies on me for everything internet is just absolutely incredible. Tomorrow I will be doing a tour of his car collection. And his car collection, the building right across the street, when I first interviewed with him, he was walking me through the parking lot, and he actually bought, that's one of their buildings right over there. That's one of their buildings there. But he actually bought this large 3-story brick building over here. And this large 3-story brick building used to be the unemployment office for the city of Omaha. And he was telling me that he used to sit in his office right over here in the factory, and whenever he would fire somebody, he would just tell them, take a walk across the street, you're fired. But he ended up buying this building. I don't know, for all I know, he owns half of Omaha. But he ended up buying this building across the street. And they took the entire bottom floor of this large building, and it is a museum for his car collection. And he travels around the country, and every month or so he's always off to what's called a Mecum car auction. And he'll go to a Mecum car auction, and he'll bid on the cars. And one of the cars that I'll show you tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, he paid $1 million for one of the vehicles that's in this building here. And he's probably got I don't know how many cars he's got. He's probably got well over 100 cars or something like that. And God only knows what what the value of those are. But anyway, probably God, and He knows what the value is. But anyway, enough with the quick tour. Time to call it a night and head out to the lake.